Hey sports fans, Chris Terrell here. It's been a while since we talked some prize picks, so I wanted to bring you a video today. Kind of going over things. I got some new members coming in, refresher for some other ones. I got a lot of questions coming in about what's prize picks, how does it work? So I want to do a video on that today. If you're not a member of my Patreon, you can get my prize picks information. I'm starting to do a lot more picks throughout the day to the members, depending on which package. You can head over to patreon.com/JagerBombs and you can get access to my DFS sheets. They're mostly for DraftKings and FanDuel, but I'm going to show you how I use them for prize picks as well in this video. You can sign up for $5 a month, that is American, or $7 Canadian, and I cover NHL, college football, or college basketball, League of Legends coming back soon. Unlock the rest here. We got PGA, soccer, that's EPL and UCL. We got UFC, college football, NBA, baseball, NASCAR coming back here in about 2 to 3 weeks, NFL, and you can get all of those sports. If you play 2 or more of those sports, you can get the all sports package for $10 a month American, $13.50 Canadian. You can also join PrizePicks if you're planning to try it out. You can get in, you can get your deposit bonuses and stuff. Use the link below. I've included it in the description as well as pinned the comment below. Use that out. You're going to get a nice bonus when you sign up. You're going to get a free play. I believe it's a 3-play, $25 free play when you first sign up using the link, and then you're going to get a $100 match bonus or a 100% match bonus up to $100. So check that out. Use the link. Let's get into prize picks, talk about it a little bit, what it's about. So it's, I guess we'll call it props, is the best way I like to describe it. So on the main page here, you've got now 2 options. So the big thing we're going to talk about today as well is the new single stat. But first of all, we'll go over the main game, which is the fantasy score. You choose your sport up top. So for NBA, the projection that you see below each player is a fantasy score. So let's just go ahead and pick 2 players. You pick the over-under on the fantasy score. You can see the fantasy scoring chart by clicking it here. We'll go to NBA. 1 point for a point, 1.2 for a rebound, 1.5 for assist, 3 for a block, 3 for a steal, -1 for a turnover. So you can look at that there. Choose your over-under, and then you have options. Once you choose your over or under, you choose 2, 3, 4, or 5 picks from the list, and then you choose the over-under on the projection, and then you choose your payouts. So power play, all that means is if you do 2 picks and do a power play, you get both correct, you're going to get 3 times your entry. So you put in $20, you get 60 back. Put in $50, you get 150 back. If you play a flex play, the flex play allows you to get 1 pick wrong. So if you get 2 correct, get both correct, you're only going to get $100 in this scenario rather than $150 because you chose the flex play and a little bit of safety. I guess you could call it a safety net. If you get one of those 2 the correct, you get 50% of your money back. So you'll get 25 bucks back even if you just get one of the 2 correct, whereas you'll double up if you get both correct. Moving on to 3 plays. Power play, you're going to get 5 times your money if you get all 3 correct in a power play. If you do a flex play, you're going to get 2.25x your money if you get all 3 correct, or 1.25x, so you're going to make 25% profit if you get 2 of the 3 correct in a 3-play flex scenario. And then we just go up to 4. We choose 4. Power play is 10 times your money if you get all 4 correct. Under the flex play, you get all 4 correct, it's 5 times your money. 3 correct is 1.5 times your money. And then you jump up to a 5, which is fairly new here, to prize picks. You can only play this in a flex play. You get all 5 correct, you're going to get 10 times your money, so you're going to get 500 bucks. You get 4 correct, you're going to get 100 bucks, which is 2 times. And if you get 3 correct, you're going to get 40% of your entry back on that as well. So that's pretty good security. If you're going to play what I do on a daily basis, not so much daily, it depends on the lines and which stand out, and we'll get into that here shortly in how I look at some of the plays. But I will normally, on a daily basis, when I am playing, I compare it to cash games with DraftKings and FanDuel. I play a ton of cash games, like 90% of my bankroll goes towards cash games, slow and steady bankroll building. What I'll do is I'll play a 2-play power play almost every single day. So if I'm playing $50 a day, I will play $40 on a 2-play power play, my 2 favorite plays after going through the whole entire board and all the plays, which ones over or under, which 2 stand out. above all else. And what I'll look at is factors on my sheet. I will look at projections from different sites as well, and kind of nail it down to my favorite two. I'm going to play a power play with those at $40, and then the other $10, I'm either going to go a three, depending on how many plays I like. I'm going to go probably, if I go five, I'm going to do the flex play, obviously, but normally I'll just do a three or four and stick with the power play for the most part, and just use that as like my GPP. So the other thing, you don't just have to do basketball. You can pick LeBron James over in NBA. Come over to NHL. You like Patrice Bergeron tonight to go over. Let's jump over to college basketball tonight. We like Ron Harper. Let's go Ron Harper over as well. You can mix all those plays that I just talked about, two, three, four, five, power play or flex play. You can combine sports with that. That is an awesome feature. If you only like one play in a certain sport at night, just kind of scroll through and have a look. You can usually find the edge going across all these sports, and you're not playing against anyone. You're only playing against the house. So you're just betting the props here. So that's the fantasy game. So with NBA and NFL right now, we can do single stat. This is new this week. Just came out yesterday, the day before. Very, very exciting stuff here. I do like props. If you bet props on other sites, this is pretty much, looking at the same thing. So let's go over to single stat. Single stat NBA. So at the top, you choose single stat. You go over here, you've got points, assists, or rebounds. So all you're doing here, LeBron James, over under 25.5 real points tonight. Anthony Davis, over under 23.5 fantasy points tonight. Gonna be honest with you, I was gonna click here. I didn't want to have to try and pronounce Giannis's name, not even a little bit on a video here. So that's why I skipped over that. So we can go to assists, same thing. Giannis, over under 5.5 assists tonight. Rebounds, Drew Holiday, over under 4.5 assists. So it just breaks it down to the actual single stat level and allows you to play that as well. That is going to be huge. I'm going to be trying that out as well. You can combine single stats and the fantasy score game if you wish as well. You can combine anything across the site to make your 2, 3, 4, or 5 picks in your flex play or power play. There's so many options. So just for NBA and how I will use it, especially on the single stat side, but mostly on the fantasy score side as well. The scoring for what I've been using to kind of compare the scoring, I'm looking at FanDuel scoring. FanDuel scoring, the PrizePicks fantasy scoring is it's about 95, 98% the same, I believe. I forget what the one little tiny difference is, but generally it's closer than DraftKings is, especially with the bonuses with DraftKings. So I go off NBA scores when looking at it, and that means I can use my sheet. I've got projections over on my DFS NBA cheat sheet here in column J. This is the all players tab. So that's one thing I will look at. So we got Giannis 54 over on the sheet here tonight. He's projected for 62. I haven't gone over the full audit yet, so keep that in mind. But that's one way I'll look at it, is just comparing the FanDuel projection for a player to what PrizePicks has as their projected fantasy score here, and just find the biggest gaps, either over or under, and just start highlighting those players. I'll break it down to 5 players right off my initial look, and then I'll just dig into the stats a little bit more. Some days it'll just be abundantly clear, and only 2 players or 3 players will stand out. So that's how I use my sheet in looking at it. And you can also use it over on the single stat side, points, assists, and rebounds. If you come over to the NBA sheet and you scroll over, there's a few things that you can use. One, I look at Vegas. Obviously, the higher the total, the more points the team's going to score, the more points each individual player has opportunity to get. But we've got points per game, we've got that player's usage, we've got assists per game, and we've got rebounds per game. This is on this 2020, I guess it would be the 2021 season. These are up to date stats, matchups. So use the NBA sheet to help you with PrizePicks. Like I said, narrow your player pool down to ones that maybe stand out and have big gaps in their averages for the season. Maybe they've got a good matchup, and some things just don't, gel. Something really stands out to you, like that's how I narrow my player pool down, is get it down. I'll look at the whole board, the sports that I'm playing. So mainly for me, I am playing. I just need to. Oh, I need to get out of fantasy score. Go to the home board. For me, I like playing NBA, NFL. We'll look at NFL single stat. I'm going to have some picks up for this weekend as well. Right now, we've only got three. The season's kind of wearing down, but the single stat's going to be huge. I'm assuming that might even be out for baseball. We'll have to wait and see. It's months away from now. But generally, what I will play: NBA, NFL, NHL, um, possibly soccer if I'm playing soccer that day on DraftKings or FanDuel, just because I'm in the sheet. I do have soccer sheets out there as well. So if you want to use that and kind of compare players for that as well, you can. If you play college basketball, I have a college basketball sheet with my Patreon as well. If you want to start comparing players per 40 stats or anything like that. And then NASCAR. We've got NASCAR in about 3 weeks here, the Daytona 500. NASCAR is my favorite sport to play in PrizePicks because it's when you break down the fantasy projection score on PrizePicks, it's literally just picking an over under on finishing position. So it's absolutely awesome. I play a ton there. So most of all, it's a great site. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole different kind of sweat than your DraftKings and your FanDuel. Less risk. You're not playing against sharks. That's another big thing. They got promos every single week as well. Like this Saturday, they got a 1.25x payout promo if you have at least one pick from NBA, college basketball, and MMA. One player from each in a combo. You're going to get that extra 25% payout at the end of the day. So lots of promos and stuff like that. If you got questions, hit me up in the video below. Like, share, subscribe. I got a ton of PrizePicks videos coming where I'm just going to be looking at my picks. This is just an overview video. I'm going to get into the picks in further videos, so make sure to subscribe and get those notifications of when the new videos come out. Thanks for checking it out. Like I said, if you want to sign up for Patreon, go over to patreon.com/JagerBombs. $5 a month for one sport, $10 a month for all sports, and then use my link below if you want to check out PrizePicks. Have a great night, everyone. Talk to you later.